Hey guys, it's Kara from Fringe Recaps, and I just realized something about my webcam that you may have already realized, but like, when I film something, and then I click, this is on Photo Booth by the way on Mac, I don't know if anyone else has this problem, and then I click it to watch it, and then I go back to my camera to film another part, because I usually do like multiple parts of my recaps, you know, and like, it makes my head, it like changes the whole like frame, you know? Like my head looks like instead of like this, it'll be like this, like all squished. I just noticed that, and it's really weird. So now I'll have to like film something, and then if I watch it, I'll have to like quit, and then I'll have to put it back on again and film it. But yeah, just a strange fact. Anyway, I'm sorry this is really late and stuff, but yeah, I'm sure you have all seen the epic Entrada episode. How amazing was it? Oh my gosh, it was so amazing, but really sad. Like, yeah. So, anyway, it starts off where the last episode ended, where Peter gets a call from that awesome cleaning lady, woo, cleaning lady, and who tells him that that Olivia's trapped in another universe. So Peter gets up and he's all like on his laptop. Well, he's actually on Olivia's laptop trying to log on because he thinks that it's, you know, because he knows that it's not Olivia. And then she's like, oh, what you doing? He's like, oh, nothing, yeah. And then he asks her, oh, my friend said this to me, what do you think? And he said the thing that Olivia said when she woke up, when she came back from the alternate universe in the first episode of season 2. Yeah. And, like, she was like, oh, no, I don't know what it means. So he was like, oh, what? Yeah. Well, he didn't say that, but inside he was like, and stuff. And then it was like, oh, it's not our Olivia. And then she was like, oh, whatever. And she, like, but then she knew that he was onto her. So she took her gun, and she was about to shoot him, and then she paralyzed him. Well, he kind of paralyzed himself, which I'm sorry, I love Peter, but I think that was pretty stupid. I just threw him that, like, needle to inject himself, and he didn't even know if it was going to kill him or not, even though Olivia said it wouldn't, but still, like, he just injected it into himself, like, what? And he got paralyzed, and then they found him, and Walter and everybody else was like, oh my gosh, it's not Olivia, and she had escaped, and she had gone to the typewriter, and apparently she was going to go back home, because they didn't need our Olivia anymore, so they were going to kill her, and they were going to cut out her brain, and Burroughs was the only one who could save her, but he said he wouldn't help her, so she was all sad, but then she was about to get her brain cut out, and there was all this saw, and Brandon was like, ugh, and I was like, oh gosh, it was so scary, but then all of a sudden, she hears a crash, but she can't see anything, because her face is all down in this weird thing and stuff, and then Burroughs comes in all badass, and he's fighting off the surgeon people and stuff, and then he rescues Olivia and gives her an adrenaline shot, and it looks really painful because she's like, oh no, ah, like stuff, but she's alright. And so then they go to the place where the tank is and stuff, and she goes, but there's no water, but there's Cortexiphan, so she has to go back to Walter's lab. By the way, I don't know if I'm saying any of this in order because I'm really bad with that kind of stuff, but I'm sure all my viewers know that by now. Anyway, so Burroughs takes her back to Walter's lab, and she gets all connected and stuff, and she goes in the tank, but as soon as she gets in the tank, she hears the guards coming in, and they found them, and then you hear, like, gunshots, and you assume they killed Burroughs, but you don't want to, because all Burroughs rocks and stuff, and then she gets back, and she walks out of the tank, and, like, Astrid's like, Olivia! And Olivia's like, Astrid! And she's all smiling. And for a second, I thought it would be really awesome, like, Astrid would go hug Olivia and all this awesome, like, BFF stuff. But then Olivia fell over unconscious. And so I was like, oh my gosh. And then, oh yes, stuff happened before that. I should have, sorry. Okay, but anyway, before that, Alt Olivia is going to meet this dude. And so he can bring her back to the alternate universe, and they're in the bathroom and stuff. And then they know that Peter and his people, you know, are coming for him in bulletproof vests and stuff. And she's at this train station, and so then she walks out with this old woman, and she's like, "Put your guns down, or I will kill her." And this woman's like, "No, Mom!" And then he's like, "Wait." And he's like, and he asked the woman, what is your daughter's name? Say it, what is your daughter's name? And like, the lady was like, and then he shot her in the head, and the mercury blood came out because she wasn't the mom, she was the shapeshifter that was helping Olivia get back to the alternate universe. So he didn't kill, like, the woman who was the girl's mom. He actually killed a shapeshifter, which is good. And then they caught Olivia, but then they brought her back to the police van and stuff, and she was in there all handcuffed. But before that, in the bathroom, he had, like, injected something into her, and her hands started glowing, and then they heard a big, like, there was kind of a little earthquake and stuff, and then they checked in the van, and it was really creepy and sad, and it was all broils, all burnt and stuff. I guess the bodies had switched or something, but it was really sad, because I don't want all Broyles to die, because he's so awesome. He was, like, the best, and now he's dead. So, yeah. Really, really sad. But Olivia is back, and there was this touching moment in the hospital where he's all, I'm sorry, Olivia. Well, she doesn't know yet that, you know, he did the with Olivia. But Olivia's like, don't apologize. You're the only thing that kept me going through. You saved my life. And I was like, Olivia, it's back and stuff. And, like, they held hands, and, like, he kissed her on the forehead. It was so cute. By the way, my sister is being all stupid and thinks that because he kissed her on the forehead, that it's the rules of kissing, that he doesn't love her anymore and he's in love with Olivia. I'm like, what? Just because Olivia might have thought it was something more and kept some pictures in her purse or whatever does not mean that Peter's in love with Olivia, because the only reason that he was in love with her was because he thought he was Olivia and stuff, and, yeah. She will be proved wrong. Yeah. Anyway, so yes, Olivia is back. And awesome stuff. So that is... Did I forget anything? Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, please. Not viciously. Because I haven't seen it since Thursday. I know most of you Cortex fans will rewatch it, but I don't really until I get the DVD. Don't be hating. Yeah. Anyway, let's see. Any exciting Fringe news? This Thursday, 9 on Fox is Marionette, and it will be the last episode until Fringe returns on Fridays on January 28th. So be sure to watch it. Get your friends to watch it live, even if you're not going to be at the house and you're instead of recording it, well, you can do both at the same time. Just leave your TV on Fox, so, you know, it'll get more ratings, because the ratings really matter. Don't just record it because they need ratings. Unless you want it to get canceled, please watch it live. And, let's see. Make sure to watch it when it comes back on Fridays. Warehouse 13 fans, I don't know if any are watching right now, if you don't watch Fringe, but the Christmas episode is tonight at 9 Central on Sci-Fi, so please watch that. It's called Secret Santa. It's sure to be bundles of Christmas fun. And, yes. Okay. See you guys.